So, anything we need to get off our chests before we get into this?
I'm just really excited to be here.
I know, it's so nice to finally be in a call with all of you.
I know. I'm so thankful for this opportunity. It means everything to me.
I want to thank the Academy.
I want to thank my mom for giving birth to me. My dad for knocking her up.
I want to thank the sidewalks for keeping me off the street.
I'm just really excited to talk about romance anime with you guys. Like,
We're
I want to thank my roof for always knowing what's up.
Alright, let's do this. I'm a little nervous. This is my first time opening for you guys. This is awesome.
Yeah, the pressure's on.
Just do it. I trust you.
You got it, broski.
Alright, hi guys, and welcome to the Anime Association Podcast. My name is Dakota Borowski from Dakota Borowski Anime TV, and here with me today is Allie from Allie the Brave.
Hey guys, I'm Allie from Allie the Brave.
Also with me today, we have Random Sama.
Hey guys, I'm Random Sama 613 from Anime Opinions.
You see, I thought it was like 6-1 something. I didn't.
Don't worry about it. No one ever.
I was like, hi, welcome to Random Summit 619, coming from you from San Diego.
Booyaka, booyaka.
He's not even from San Diego.
I'm not.
And Jack from Under the Scope.
Hi, I'm Jack from Under the Scope Reviews, and I like romance anime.
God,
Yo.
we don't have.
Hi, Jack.
Hi Jack, welcome to our circle.
Welcome to the AA meeting.
This is a safe space.
This is a safe
space.
space.
Nobody's
Tell us
judging
about
you.
your addictions. We don't judge here.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of how to start things off here, and I'm like, well, we could just start off naming some romance anime that are your favorites. So, Jack, what's your favorites?
Oh wow, on the spot. Okay, well, this is a tough one, but I'd have to say that my three favorites, probably, Myself, Yourself, Yosuga Nasora,
No.
Kiss Sis, all the incest.
Wow.
Incest is
Yourself.
wincest. No,
Wow.
absolutely
We
not.
pulled out the Kiss X Sis card this early in the podcast.
Okay.
Absolutely
So
not.
I want to go through everybody just so we can like get a kind of a where everybody's at. So, Allie, what's your top three?
My three favorites?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with, I really liked White Album too. Other favorite romances. Oh, shit. I really did like Toradora. And I do like Kokoro Connect, if any of you guys have seen that as well.
I've heard of it.
I've watched Kokoro Connect. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
It was really fun.
It was unique too.
Absolutely, and I really like the characters. They stuck out to me a lot.
Definitely.
All right, Random.
Well, my favorite romance anime usually have romance as an element, but it's not the focus. So probably Planetes, Nagiasu, and probably Ananatsu as well. Those are probably my three favorites.
Okay. So,
Can we clarify that my three were not serious?
No,
thank
you're
God.
going down as the guy who likes Kiss X Sis.
no, you're
going
down,
down,
as the guy
Jack.
who likes Myself, Yourself.
No, I cannot
You
stand
brought it
Myself,
up.
Yourself.
You did it to yourself.
But just to throw mine out there, my actual three favorite would probably, if we're talking about like three that are focused on romance, then probably Oran Host Club, Nagiasu, and I'll go with Sakura So.
Oh, Sakurasa is a good one.
God, I want to start that one, but no, I can't.
Good, we're
Bro.
2 and 2. Two of us
Beat ya.
have seen it. 2 of us need to see it.
Yeah, basically. Mine would probably have to go down as it's not a really heavy factor, but I like Sakura Trick,
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
So pure.
Mysterious Girlfriend X because waifu for laifu, and probably Eureka 7.
I have not seen Eureka 7.
I have.
Neither have I. There's no overlap on our favorites, guys. We're all
I know
different.
that's
I
potentially.
know. The
fine.
only one I heard like twice was Anunatsu ni Mataru.
Well, that's
That's a
'cause
good
Ananatsu's
show.
That
I
is
like
a
that
good
one
show.
too.
It hit me in the feels.
Yeah, that one hurt.
That's always a good first step
Does the anime make
for any
you?
romance anime
It's
for me.
probably good then, if yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Like, if it doesn't give me feels,
Apparently,
I
a
ain't
bunch
gonna
of
remember
masochists
it.
here.
Yeah, I noticed that in some, like, I haven't noticed it in a lot of anime, but there's, like, a few anime and manga which focus around romance that have a movie in it where they go to make a movie. I think Golden Time did, like, a few episodes on that.
Haruhi.
I can't count
Yeah,
that as
Haruhi,
romance,
episode
though, because
0.
Haruhi's only in love with herself.
Yeah, I can't either.
No.
Oh my god, she's the Daiki
Narcissism,
Aomine
bitch.
of KyoAni. I just realized this. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I
even know where
totally
we
just
were.
derailed that.
Yeah, you just
No,
blasted my
I
train of
yanked
thought.
I just yanked my headphones out of my computer, so I was out there for like a good 30 seconds trying to put it back in. So, another one was like Mysterious Girlfriend X in the manga. They had a movie scene, and then Waiting in the Summer, the whole fucking show was a movie scene. So where they were making a movie.
That was true. That was very
also,
true.
It was also like half of.
So I find
which season of Haganai was that? Was that the second season? Was it the first season? I don't remember. Anyway, that's not romance.
So let's pick one to talk about, and let's get into the field train.
All right, executive decision. Let's talk about Oran.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Because I think we've all seen Oran too, which makes it easier.
I own the manga, but I haven't read it yet. So I've been wanting to, because I heard like it stops like doesn't it do a thing where it stops like a certain point and it does its own little thing, and then the manga keeps going.
Well, yeah, it doesn't really have much of an ending. I mean, like not like a super conclusive ending. But
And I heard the manga does, so I'm like trying to push myself to open that collector's box and read all of it.
that's something that's really common with romance anime, though, is a lot of them end before actually like concluding the two characters' relationship, you know, which is always something that really annoys me. But I think Oran did it pretty well because it while it doesn't like end definitively, like you definitely get the impression that, you know, the two main characters are definitely into each other. But that's also not really the focus of Oran either. It's definitely the comedy.
Mm-hmm. I think.
Yeah, the
And I think
comedy
it
is
works
definitely the
exceptionally
focus.
well.
It does. It really does.
And it doesn't have like a like how I haven't finished the show, but I've watched up to episode 19, I think. And it's one of those shows I keep pushing off. And anyway, so what I noticed is that some shows, when they have other characters who are either interested in our main MC, they kind of get in the way, and it turns into like a crappy love triangle. With this, it didn't really do that, because there were people that were like, I remember episodes where it was focused around either the twins or a lot of the other people, and she touched them, metaphorically.
Oh, it was very physical.
There was some like sensual caressing going on.
Yeah, sensual caressing. That's like Oron's thing, isn't it?
Oran High School Host Club. Sensual caressing.
The sensualist of caresses.
So yeah, I like how they I wouldn't necessarily say introduced other romance factors with the other characters, but they did that and didn't fuck it up.
Yeah, I mean the character dynamics also, they all work.
Yeah.
Exactly. It doesn't feel like
And
they just
especially
tacked on somebody.
Suho's reactions to all of Haruhi's interactions with the other characters is also always comedy gold.
I'm just gonna say the Haruhi in Wonderland is probably the best episode in any anime.
That thing is fantastic.
I don't even care if you have seen Oran, watch that episode.
Yeah, I mean you don't really have to
So good.
have seen everything before it.
I like Oran. It's so much fun.
Yeah, it's also a really good way to get someone into anime because it gives you that romantic comedy feel, but it doesn't like hit you over the head with all the weird Japanese stuff that can turn people off.
Yeah,
that's true.
Funny story about that. I was actually deciding to watch. I was like, you know what? This show is pretty mellow. It's good. I'm gonna watch it in my living room with Kimber. So I watched it, and it was the episode with the twins. And it was like they were like holding hands and getting really close or whatever in their room, and I was sitting there like my roommate was like walking in. I was like, "Fuck."
Shit's getting weird.
I trusted you one time, anime. One time.
I never trust anime.
Oh, Oran. Oh, Oran.
The other thing it does is it actually introduces a lot of like the tropes you see in rom-coms all the time. A lot of them, I feel like, are there any romance series before Oran that use some of those tropes?
Depends. What year was Oran again?
I think
it was mid-2000s.
Fruits Basket, to a certain extent.
Yeah, I think it was around Fruits Basket.
Yeah, Fruits
time.
Basket was before Oran. I know that.
Yeah, but they're very similar. They're actually two manga I read right around the same time. So They're very similar in the way that they theme their things. I think that Oren's more focused on the comedy aspect of it, while Fruits Basket is more focused on the romance aspect. As such.
I could definitely see that. So we're tiptoeing in some romance waters here with Oron. Do we want to go deeper?
I mean, we could go deeper with Nagiasu, which is all about water.
Oh, that segue.
Hey, sometimes I got them, and sometimes they're just bad, and I don't know which one that was.
That was great. That was perfect.
Oh my god.
You were meant for this podcast.
Thank you. It means so much to me to hear that.
Oh.
But yeah,
So,
Nagiasu.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, so you guys just go ahead and have
Oh,
a fun
broski,
field day.
you need to watch
it's
it.
so I love it.
I actually liked the world building more in Nagi than I did the romance aspect of
I do
it.
too.
I don't know if
Yeah,
anyone
I
felt
agree.
the same way.
I like the drama. I like the non-romantic drama in it better than the romance subplots.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Partly
exactly.
because the romance in it gets pretty crazy.
It really does, though, and it
yeah,
really
there's
turned
like
me off
8
to the
characters, and they all
Guys,
different ones like each other, and then they change, and yeah,
It's a love
it's very difficult to
dodecahedron.
keep up with.
And then the halfway point plot twist changes everything. Just everything changes.
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
won't give
show.
it
Nothing
away.
can be the same again.
How about Chisaki, best girl? Anybody?
I liked her. I really did.
Yeah.
I didn't like whatever main girl with the red hair
Monica?
name was.
Monica?
Yeah.
Spelled with an A, not an O. Although I'm sure if 4 kids localized it, that would totally be Monica.
Yeah, but no,
I
Chisaki,
didn't like,
best girl.
I didn't like the little girl who then, I don't want to spoil anything, but,
Oh, Sayu?
Oh,
I'm talking
I know
about.
what you mean. I didn't really care for her that much either. I liked her, but I really didn't. She wasn't like what I was into with the story at all. She was a nice
Yeah.
subplot, but that was about it.
I think
It
what...
was also like, I don't know, it got borderline icky.
Yeah,
Because they were technically,
yeah,
I mean, they were technically, weren't they technically like uncle? And,
yeah, it gets really weird.
I was
Later.
like, it was,
but it was
one of
something,
those
but that
shows-
also like, I think they handled that well though,
Mm-hmm.
because it never really felt like the main character, I can't remember his name, but he always was in love with Monica, and that never changed. Spoilers, but I appreciated that. I'm glad that they didn't delve too far into this like uber dramatic love triangle,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Yeah, which was really
It
nice.
never fell into melodrama, which is something that some romance series do a lot.
Yeah, I would say that romance animes go well, but then sometimes they implement like love triangles that aren't really handled that well. I think we like talked about that once in our alley, didn't we?
I think so.
But
yeah.
yeah. Oh my god, I am an idiot. I was making my list before this, and I didn't count Ori Monogatari.
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
Oh
I
my!
haven't seen
Yeah.
it, so
Neither have I.
it's okay.
Oh god, it's so pure and it's so great.
That's what I've been told.
I've heard such good things. I need to really sit down and watch that show. I need a good romance anime going on in my
Oh
life.
yeah, and it is pure romance. Yeah.
It makes you feel like as if, let's say you watch. I don't know. It's you hop into it and it's just like, I'm not good enough to watch this. I am just scum. I just need to drop this right now.
I mean, it's one of those shows that just gives you those nice, warm, happy feelings while you watch it.
Yeah, yeah.
Lots of warm, happy feelings.
And that's always good. Is it similar to Our Ride?
Can you confirm, Dakota?
I haven't watched that.
From what I've been told, they are rather dissimilar, even though they're in the same kind of genre.
Okay.
The feel for both is a little different. Excuse me.
Oh, okay.
Like,
From what
Ori
I've been told,
Monogatari is like it is just so innocent.
yeah.
Like to the point where like the main female character is literally like in tears because she's
Yeah!
having impure thoughts of holding Takeo's hand.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She was like, I want to do. Do you ever have dirty thoughts? And they go, oh my god, what is this? What does she want to do? And it
Yeah,
was
they were like, this is fucking coming out of nowhere. This like
Cinnamon
innocent girl,
bun's
she's
too
having
good
dirty
for this
thoughts.
world.
Yeah.
I know, and she
And-
was like, "Yeah, I want to hold his hand and cuddle and look into his eyes."
The
and,
dirtiest of thoughts.
And I'm like, there was a meme out there somewhere. It was like, "Yeah, but you want to call him by his first name, you slut."
Wow. As opposed to Alharu, where what's her face? The Futaba is like, I want to sniff him so bad. Oh, I want to be inside his skin. Yeah. So I think it's from what I've been told.
Go check out
they're
Ori
different.
Monogatari. It does nothing. If I sat down and looked at it, I can totally find a bunch of things wrong with it, but it's just so innocent I don't want to.
Can I interrupt the anime talk for a really bad pickup line, guys?
Okay, let's do this. Romance. Maybe our viewers can listen and use it.
I want to make a lampshade out of your skin because you light up my life.
They also put the lotion on the skin.
It puts the lotion on its skin, or it gets the hose again.
Equally as creepy.
Oh, Allie, just the way that you deadpan said that was beautiful.
That's why I did it.
Oh, God.
Okay, I'm sorry. We can go back to the regularly scheduled anime talk now.
The back to the Pierce.
Can we? I don't know if we can go back anymore.
No, back to the Pierce cinnamon
too
buns.
far.
You guys all light up my life, so I just want to make lampshades out of your skin.
Oh, God.
Allie, I think it's a very good thing you don't know where any of us live.
I'm not that creepy in person. Dakota can, attest to that.
But yeah, anime.
Anime.
Speaking of
I
love
like how I
triangles,
said nothing in response.
I cannot.
Just leaving it open for the viewers,
Silence.
man.
All right, anime. So
so
love
speaking of love triangles,
Yeah.
an example of a love triangle done right, and they're pretty rare in my experience, but an example of one done right for me was White Album 2.
Oh, yes.
And the reason I think it's done right is because I don't know, what pisses me off a lot about love triangles is they'll make it very clear who the actual winner is going to be from the start, but then they'll make you love the loser way more than the person who you know is going to win by the end. Like, they make the other character so much more likable, and so that by the end you're just disappointed, you know? I'm trying to think of an example of a show that did that. Oh, like True Tears. I don't know if anybody's seen True Tears, but anybody who's watching this. Like, True Tears had a love triangle. Actually, it was more like a quadrangle, but anyway. The girl who was, clearly going to be the winner from episode 1 was a bitch, and I hated her. And the girl who was clearly going to be the loser from episode 1 was so much better of a character. And it's so frustrating when shows do that, because you spend the whole time watching, knowing how it's going to turn out, and knowing that it's going to piss you off, and it does.
Hey, guys.
But White Album 2 is the exact opposite. Both the characters are likable in their own ways, and you don't really know what's going to happen either.
No, you don't. The ending surprised me so much. But yeah, no, with White Album 2, the ending just really surprised me and everything like that. Like, I never saw the drama that went down in that show. I never saw it coming at all.
Exactly.
Like, there were certain things that happened that I did see coming, but the way that it was handled, the show did it so well, and in a way that it made it one of my all-time favorite romance shows. Absolutely.
And the same thing, like I was saying earlier with Nagiyasu, is that it never delved into melodrama, even though it very easily could have.
Yeah, that was it was handled really well, the way that they did the love dodecahedron that they decided to craft.
Yeah.
Which is one of the reasons that I really appreciate it as a romance anime.
The other thing about White Album 2, though, is the ending, and it ends extremely open-ended.
Oh, it really does. I was so angry about it, but not at the same time, because I know that without that ending, I probably wouldn't have been as satisfied with how the characters resolved it and everything like that. But the thing that I loved a lot about White Album 2 was exactly how mature it handled everything. Like, it took a relationship between these three people and portrayed it in a very realistic way, and added very realistic life elements into these relationships, which I'm not going to name because, spoilers, but it handled it so well.
Yeah,
and I think that's why it shocked me so much and came out of left field for me as a romance show, because I did not see that coming what it did.
Right, and, a lot of times with romance, at the end, the characters will realize that they're into each other, and then, everything's happy and whatnot. But with White Album 2, the ending was characters came to this realization, but then, they were still well, I still want to do things with my life.
Yeah, I
don't
still
want to
have
get into
to have a
specifics,
career.
but
I still have to go to school. I still have to make a future for myself. Life cannot be all about how much I love you or
about
don't
one
love you.
crush in high school or whatever,
Absolutely. If it's meant to be, you'll end up coming back to each other. And that was one of the greatest things that the ending of White Album 2 could give the audience.
Yeah, it was extremely realistic, like you said.
You sold me on this anime. Like
Random. You have to watch it.
I'm gonna
pretty
write
sure
it
it's a
down
visual novel.
right now as anime.
And we do have
I
to
need
clarify,
watch.
like, White Album, the original, is very, very different from White Album 2.
Yes.
And I
As
would
someone
not
who
recommend
watched
people
all
to
of
watch
White
it.
Album, because I apparently hate myself and like to subject myself to such torture, do not watch White Album. Just go straight into White Album 2. They have nothing to do with each other except for insert songs. Like, the only thing that the two share are insert songs.
And I mean, plus for a music show, it's honestly really good too.
Yeah, that's another thing. If you like music shows, then definitely watch White Album 2, especially the first half.
Oh,
The first half is very music oriented, and then the second half gets more into the romance and drama.
And the drama
side
and
of
everything
things.
like that. It was a great show, though. I think about that show a lot. It's one of the shows that I kind of want to sit down and rewatch just because of the fact that it actually presents them in such a realistic way, and I love that. It's such a breath of fresh air for anime to do that because you don't get it enough.
Yeah, there's
Exactly.
not enough, exactly realistic romance anime out there to just kind of go off into anime romance territory, which has weird love triangles and
And
nothing.
I wish that it was more
basically.
important in anime to present relationships in a realistic way because, I mean, I have literally met guys. One of my roommate's ex-boyfriends sat with me one night and was like crying to me and going, Allison, I relate. I try to base my relationships off of, I watch a lot of anime, so like those relationships in there, I just really want a girl to love me like that. And I was sitting there and I was like, I don't want to tell this guy that I watch a lot of anime, but I really want to tell him not to take
Yeah.
Dating advice
relationships
from
from
anime?
and
No.
try to like model them as the thing that you want to do with like whoever you're dating. Don't
Absolutely
do it.
not.
If you use
To
Sword
all
Art
you youngins
Online
out there
as a how-to
listening,
guide,
don't do it.
Don't do it. Sword Art Online is
Yeah,
not a
Sword Art
how-to
Online
guide.
is not great. Future Diary is not a good relationship. It's not
Oh,
healthy.
I didn't even include that. That's a
I
great
forgot about
point.
Future Diary. Yeah.
Oh God.
Relationships that you should never have, right there. That is an abusive relationship, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Children, do not look up to that. You do not want a yandere girlfriend, little boys. You do not.
No, you really, really don't.
But yeah, I mean, speaking of realistic relationships, what about Sword Art?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I have a lot of issues with Sword Art, and they don't necessarily come down to the romance.
yeah. Well,
The problem with the romance
Yeah.
is that, like, okay, like I thought it was rushed,
It was.
and
was.
developed poorly. But the biggest sin of all is that it took away so much time from that first arc of the show.
It took away a
that-
lot of time, and it also ruined Asuna's character completely.
Oh yeah, it's
Because in the
smashed her
beginning, she was
character.
this fucking badass, like going out there killing shit, taking names, like being a total boss.
Yeah,
and then she falls in love with
and then just
Kirito-kun.
turns into a damsel in distress, especially then
Exactly.
later.
yes. The second arc is the
She's
complete
literally
destruction
a
of her
caged
character.
bird, like quite literally.
Although apparently
that
with
made me so mad.
with the alternative manga, they do kind of fix that because they tell it from her perspective, and apparently it fixes it. I haven't read it, so I can't attest
I
to
will
that.
say one of the good things about the second season of Sword Art was how they did include Asuna's character arc, but
Yeah.
at the same time, Sword Art has so many problems that even that wasn't going to salvage it.
I don't think there's any way to actually salvage Sword Art at this point, unless you
Nope.
want to start calling it Log Horizon.
Unless you just want to turn this podcast into a dramatic reading of chapter 16.5,
Oh.
like, we can do that.
That's been done before. I think
It
that
has been
I think
done.
that Glenn did the definitive version of that, if I recall.
Yeah, I think I was there.
So I don't think that anyone can ever top that. Shout out to Glenn Loves Anime.
Shout out to Glenn Pie, my only true senpai.
Oh, Glenn Pie. He's my senpai too, and he's younger than me. That's how good he is.
Me and Glenn are like the same age. I miss that kid. I haven't talked to him in a while. I need to reconnect with my Glenn Pie.
He'd have a lot. He'd have a lot.
You know,
to
the
say.
other thing SAO does is that
Oh,
that incest
God.
though.
I don't know. That was right in the thick of anime was really into fucking your cousin, and I don't understand why. I don't know what happened.
It's
It was
something
like
that I've never understood. I mean, I guess that's like a fetish that is very common if it comes up in anime so often, but like, why?
because it's less taboo
yeah,
than
I
fucking
have
your
no
sister.
clue.
I guess I don't know. Like it's really weird.
Well, yeah, but not that anime doesn't include
it's
that
true,
either.
but I don't understand that subplot because was right around that time that Emo came out, which was Incest the anime. I mean, it feels like every
pretty
cousin
much. I mean,
character wants to bang their male cousin, which is very strange.
those three shows I mentioned at the beginning, all incest. Like Myself, Yourself literally has identical twins run off and
Oh
elope
god,
together.
I forgot all about that. I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, no.
Just shout out to Wipe Me, Kiss X Sis.
Oh, guys, by the way, I want to cut this out too, but I'm back now, and
All right, perfect, because now I can bring up Citrus since we're talking about slightly incestuous things. I've been waiting for you to come back, so...
Citrus.
slightly incestuous.
It's legally incestuous, but not actually incestuous.
I like how they brought it, like the plot line into it, like how it was like normally a lot of animes had the thing where it's like, oh, they're stepsisters, and then they did the thing before they knew each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the first, I guess it was the first kiss was before they even knew that, hey,
Yeah,
you're my sister now.
That is true. But I will have to say, like, as the queen of Yuri manga here, like, the one thing that gets me so mad about a lot of the Yuri manga out there, and I've read too many to, like, want to admit on the internet, but Citrus has one of the best, like, art types, I guess you can say, like, out there right now in the Yuri world, but the story, like, when they brought in the fact that they were kind of related but not really, I was like, come on, can we, like, not do this every fucking time? Come on.
But Allie, it gives them an excuse to sleep in the same queen-sized bed.
I know that, but, like, still... It's still just slightly creepy, and it's like, if you actually got together, how the fuck are you gonna explain that to your family?
Yeah, that is.
You just like, you go up to your parents and you're just like, hey mom, hey dad.
Hey, so you know how, like, you married this person and they had this kid? Well, I kind of got with their kid.
It was like, yeah, you know how you guys got married and we became sisters? Yeah, well, we kind of fucked up, which makes you guys fucked up too.
But technically, we kissed before we knew, so it's your fault.
So it's totally pure. There's nothing weird going on here at all.
We love each other. That's something.
But yeah, Citrus.
I just love how she's reading those. I think what was it at the? She's like reading these like random like manga, whatever, to try and get an idea for it.
The romance manga. Yeah, that was a really fun arc.
My favorite part is at the end of I think it's end of book 3 where they're just like, this black-haired girl comes in and she's like, "You're still reading those?" And she's like, oh my god, please don't judge me. And she goes, "Yeah, that's a really good plot point in that 3rd chapter, huh?" And it was like, whoa.
That was the best way to end the 3rd volume. It was
I was like, "Oh shit, girl, well. Get it."
The story, I think the storytelling is really good in Citrus overall.
Overall, yeah.
The art is probably
phenomenal.
The best manga art I've ever seen.
It's really good.
It's just, I mean, the manga volumes themselves are actually larger than standard because
I love it.
Because the art's just, it's
good.
Bigger. Oh, it's so good.
But speaking of Yuri, we can move on to Sakura Trick because that's also a romance.
It is, and I think it's a very good romance.
The only thing that made me mad about Sakura Trick was the fact that, like, the whole time that they're kind of canoodling and being cute as shit and stuff like that is the fact that, like, they've never put a label on it, and in some ways I appreciate that, but they don't recognize it as romantic feelings, and I was like, come on. You're making out with your friend. Like, you're not that young.
It's that one thing that happened at band camp that we can't stop. Yes, I brought up band camp again in a second.
Band camp.
Damn it, Dakota.
I also love how the two quote unquote straight ladies are actually gay for each other. It's great.
I know.
It's great. It's just
I just love how everyone's gay in Sakura Trick. I'm like, yes.
It's just a magical Yuri heaven. I mean, you know, it's totally how
I know,
Japanese
and the kisses were
all-girls
hot,
school.
like, not even gonna lie.
It was literally made for you, Allie.
Yeah. Everyone's Yuri.
Mm-hmm. What was everyone's favorite kiss from Sakura Trick? Like, we gotta go there.
I think it was I think the fireworks kiss really did it for me.
The fireworks kiss was good. I really liked the one over the stage.
Mm-hmm. That was another really good
That
one.
was a good one.
That was a fucking nice, the 10th one right there.
Whoa, broski. Broski.
Well, I
Whoa.
think we know which one got Dakota all hot and bothered.
Well, no, I'd probably say my favorite was the one where they're not allowed to kiss anymore, and they were dancing or whatever, or doing sports or something. I can't remember what it was. And she was like the sneaking kisses every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or no, didn't they do it underwater?
I think
I don't remember. I haven't seen Soccer Trick in a long
Look,
time.
guys,
Shame on me.
they made out a lot. Okay, there were a
They
lot of
did.
kisses. But like that, they
I know
made
there
out
was this one
a
on
lot.
like a chair, and it was really hot, and I was just like, oh shit.
Oh yeah, was that the straddle kiss? That was a good one too.
Yes, the straddle kiss was like, damn.
I know, it's like one of those sweet, cute kawaii Yuri animes that actually got you hot and bothered awkwardly. It was like, what?
Yeah, I remember watching the first episode, and I was like, I thought this was gonna be sweet, but this is really like, wow.
This is really sweet.
This is like really plot.
It's
So much great
so
plot.
delicious. Oh,
So delicious. Mm.
Speaking of delicious plot,
Oh god.
I gotta bring up Mysterious Girlfriend X.
I have not seen that one, so
Neither
this
have
is
I.
your floor.
Has anybody seen it
Me
besides
neither.
me?
I'm gonna take that as a no.
alright,
Chirp.
So sell us on your waifu with her spit strings and scissors.
I guess if I had to sell you on the idea of Mysterious Girlfriend X, it's been a while since I've done this. I'd probably say that if you're okay with weird plot lines in anime that you can sit through, by far go check out Mysterious Girlfriend X. It pisses me off because in the manga they didn't really do anything either. So beware, it has one of those endings that doesn't really end.
Oh, I hate
And
those.
nothing gets...
Oh,
it's
no.
like, oh...
The problem is,
thought-
if you like,
It was like, bro,
romance
I'm into
anime,
this.
If you like romance anime, you have to get used to that because they don't conclude.
Oh,
anything.
very used to
It
that.
drives me
I know,
Oh my
I
god,
hate
and if
that,
anyone
too.
else out there reads like either Yuri or Yaoi manga, like you just get used to like none of them ever being completed or never updating.
There's only one time that I've actually been totally okay with a show ending like that, and it
Yeah.
was Nozaki-kun. Because to me, that was the
Yeah.
point. It was making fun of the fact that that's how rom-coms always end.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But every other instance, no.
Well, that's also why I like Planetes so much, is that the romantic subplot actually concludes. Like, it's a thing. They actually become an actual couple, and actual things happen. It's amazing.
Actual couple things actually
like
happen.
they get married, and there's
Oh,
like
shit.
yeah, I know, and like at the end of the series, I'm just gonna spoil it a little bit because this is an old series, but you should still watch it. She's pregnant at the end of the series. I'm like, oh my god, they actually banged.
What?
I know, right?
You
Well,
never
that's,
see
that's,
that in
that's
anime.
like
That's
one of the biggest
great.
reasons why I
Oh,
like
it's
Clannad so
amazing.
much. I love shows that go further than just like, and even when they do conclude, they'll just end with like
I
a
was
single
gonna say
kiss
like
or
they'll
something
end it with
like
a
that.
kiss. You
I'm
never
okay
get
with
the
a
after.
kiss.
I think
I'm okay
that's
with
why
the
I
kiss.
really liked Clannad
I'm okay with that,
a lot.
but I really love it when shows even go further, like Clannad or like you just said, Planet
I remember one random animes that come off the top of my head that like either kiss or give subtle plot to like or subtle hints to what happened. Vandred, does anybody see Vandred? Back in 2002, 2001. Well, they ended up ending it with like a it was, what was it, basically the story plot lines is a planet for girls, a planet for guys, and they're fighting. And anyways, they end it with like a girl hopping onto the ship with a guy. That was like the main like.
Hopping onto a ship, you say?
Yes.
Was this a metaphorical ship or an actual ship?
I guess it could be metaphorical, but yeah, it's true. But yeah, let me think of other shows that just ended it with like pretty cuteness. Toradora ended really nicely.
Yeah, Toradora was another one that had an ending that went a little bit further.
Yeah, I'll say that this
Can I have an
Yeah.
unpopular opinion? I didn't really like Toradora's ending, and in fact, against romance anime in general, I don't like Toradora nearly as much as a lot of people do. I still liked it. Don't get me wrong, but I think the reason was things started happening really, really fast. Like
I can agree with that.
too fast.
As someone who watched Toradora a lot younger than I am now, I think I would have a different perspective watching it as someone who's older and had more romantic endeavors, I guess, at this point.
Yeah.
But I agree with what you're saying because it did feel like shit started getting rushed the second that they were like, oh my god, you love me too? Let's just get fucking married. Spoilers.
It's like, let's get married. Let's run away. Let's do all this shit. Yeah.
Hey, so I got married the other day. Yeah. To who?
Like,
this girl.
We haven't even kissed and we're
this
fucking
elementary
married.
Schooler, who's totally not an elementary schooler. She's just tiny.
She looks 12, but I swear she's not. She's over 18, I promise.
That's the other thing with Toradora, though, is that I really don't like tsunderes.
I think that
just as a principle,
Toradora did it well actually for tsundere characters. It wasn't that overly tsundere, and like halfway through the show, she kind of drops a lot of tsundere aspects of her because the show's like a lot of people bitch about, like, I like to use this comparison for Toradora is with the opening. It's a main part of the show because people always complain that it changed, but I would say halfway through the show when the opening changes is where the whole direction of the show and the motivations change also.
There is a big tonal
shift. That's why the opening changes because
shifts much more to a dramatic side.
Opening is way more dramatic, like with the cinematography of like taking that from like the last few episodes of like Mio, what the fuck her name is, the red-haired.
I don't know her name.
Yeah, I forgot it too. It starts with
we know who you're talking about.
Anyways, like how she's like dramatically running down the stairs as the music's going. It's like I'm a really big fan of that.
Yeah, the fight scene between the two girls was a really, really good scene.
Oh yeah, it was totally just like that whole scene itself was pretty cool, in the classroom, and it's just one of those things that people don't get to where the whole show's attitude changed. The opening had to change because it wasn't serious enough to go with it.
That's fair. You guys know my opinions on tsunderes. Like, the only real tsundere that I feel has a reason to be a tsundere is Asuka from the original series.
I would agree.
But in terms of how they handled her, I have to agree. Like, I didn't really care for her while she was a tsundere. I liked it when she started dropping that and, like, actually having, like, more feelings and complex character emotions and shit like that.
Mm-hmm. There's something else I wanted to say about Toradora near the ending that I totally forgot. I was going to say that I don't know why a lot of people do this, and a lot of people compare Toradora to Golden Time.
Well, it's because isn't it the same person?
Is it the same director or is it the same story?
I think it's the same story writer. I'm not entirely sure though. I can look that up later.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that's the only real reason why it's being compared, which I can see why you could compare an artist's work to its other works, but I really wouldn't compare the actual story and the motivations to it. But what I will say, if you were to compare it, I would say that Toradora had an okay start, middle, and had a really nice end wrapped up. And Golden Time was the exact opposite, to where it had a really nice journey, but a kind of weird end.
I will agree with you there, because in terms of which one I like the best out of the two, I would have to say Toradora, honestly. Like, while I liked a lot more of the characters and stuff like that in Golden Time, and I enjoyed the story more, there was just too much weird shit that went down that kind of, like, too many just weird plot points.
But
my boyfriend.
By the way, guys, it is the same author for both the light novels.
Okay.
Okay, that
which probably explains a lot.
Yeah. It was like shit.
I'll say this about Golden Time is that amnesia is a plot device that annoys me a lot, because I think it's handled really poorly a lot. Like, they just throw it in.
Oh my god, he doesn't remember anymore.
But Golden Time actually did an okay job.
I like the whole
it actually mattered. It was actually significant to the plot. It wasn't just like, we need him to not remember stuff, so let's just say that he has amnesia. It actually served
didn't really
purpose.
come back up until like they mentioned it in like the third episode, but they didn't really come back up until like halfway through it, where it started affecting him. Like my favorite thing is like for shows like Anohana, my favorite plot point for shows is or even Your Lie in April is just like even though I haven't finished it, but I can see where it's going. I like that. Somebody fucking hit that dog. I'm kidding. We at the Anime Association podcast do not support animal abuse.
No pets were harmed in the filming of this podcast.
But no, my favorite thing about oh gosh, what was I going on about? Because
I fucking forgot.
It's fucking dog.
No, my favorite thing about plot points are the inevitable. Like, you can do whatever you want to and struggle as much as you want to and try and fight it, but it really just comes down to your final moments before the inevitable plot thing that's going to happen. For Golden Time, it was the returning memories. For Anohana, it was, of course, Jesus.
Menma.
Yeah, Moe Jesus, basically
Moe Jesus.
going back.
That is definitely the biggest problem with Anohana, even though I did like the
Moe
show.
Jesus, yeah.
That Menma is like quite literally perfection.
Speaking of
Perfection in an 11-year-old body.
If everybody has differences here, or if everybody's done with Golden Time, does anybody else want to say anything about Golden Time and Toradora?
Well, I was going to segue into more things about Amnesia real quick.
Ah, okay.
And shows that didn't handle it properly. Like, Amnesia, oddly enough. Shout out to Cage.
I didn't watch that show. I didn't
Shout
hear
out to
good
Cage
things.
Chan.
Shocking.
Okay, am I the only one here who actually suffered through it?
I think you are.
Okay, well, if you want to suffer
yeah.
through it, the art's really nice and the music's pretty good. Otherwise, it is very bad. Basically, the main character does not even have a name. Her name is Heroine. So she is Trousers
Oh my
Kun,
God.
the embodiment thereof. And every arc, it's adapted from a VN, so they adapt every single arc of the visual novel, but they do it in like 2 episodes, if that. So, and the main character doesn't remember anything. So she's just constantly having a route with whichever character. And it's just...
That sounds kind of awful.
It really is. There's some pretty great moments. Like I said, the cage is a wonderful moment. I'm not going to say anything beyond that.
I'm going to just YouTube that now.
Oh God, it's
Amnesia Cage. That sounds great.
I mean, the main problem I have with it is that it's, on top of it being really disorganized and the main character being a pair of trousers, is that it's kind of boring also. And none of the boys are particularly great. I mean, they're very pretty because the art style is very nice, but that's about it. They have some weird quirks about them, like they're caricatures of an archetype, and really did not like that show.
So, speaking of going back to the Mary Sue, the perfectionist Nenma, another show that I think has a Mary Sue character is Shirayuki and or Snow White with the red hair.
Oh,
I've not seen that.
we gonna throw down over this, broski, because I don't.
Oh.
I mean,
I'm getting the popcorn,
Triggered.
guys.
I like the show. I'm loving the show. It's great. It's not even second season's airing right now, which is why I think we saved and not talking about it in the 2016 podcast. Why? Because we want to talk about it here. Everything's great. My only problem is that Shirayuki is a Mary Sue. Like, she can do nothing wrong.
I don't know if that's necessarily true.
What does she do wrong?
I would have to find you a specific example, and I don't have one handy. But okay, I can live with her being a Mary Sue because she still has character growth on top of that. So, I'd have to find a specific example, and I don't have one right now.
Mm-hmm.
But again, she does have character growth, and I think that really differentiates her from other Mary Sue, perfect characters, because she does have to continually learn and make herself better, as opposed to other characters of the same archetype who don't have to do that.
Yeah, who's already perfect.
Who start perfect and end perfect, yeah.
Because, yeah, I can see that, because there actually is growth with this character.
Plus, the ship is just so adorable.
The ship is so hard.
Oh God, it's disgusting. It's amazing.
It's like, if there was a ship that you could ship, that'd be the ship.
Mm-hmm.
I have so many ships that are the ship, though.
It's a ship shipping ships on a ship that's shipping ships.
Mm-hmm.
Although,
to be fair, it does kind of set itself up somewhat as a reverse harem, but it's never executed on as a reverse harem.
Yeah, that's the thing though, is when they introduce, like, the point where I'm at, because I'm watching the dub and I'm waiting for the 3 episodes a week. Which, by the way, I like the dub a lot. Top Havicorn plays a bitch. a little bitch. It's great. So there's that, but yeah, I'm watching the dub, and I'm thinking on episode 9 right now. But yeah, I can see all the other male characters coming in, and then seeing this Mary Sue of a character, and like subtly taking a liking to her. But they don't really, I guess, announce it or execute it that much. Mm-hmm. The focus is always still around the prince.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the main, I guess, other love interest, he kind of hardcore bros for the prince. Is really kind of cute. Like those two should hook up. That would be fun. But so, and otherwise there's the other prince who isn't a love interest per se. He's more kind of the antithesis thereof. So,
okay.
But it's good. I really like it. I can see the Mary Sue issues. I'd have to find a specific example where she hacks up, but.
Yeah, I don't think it's. Maybe it's a plot point they're holding for like a last episode thing when she just fucks up terribly and just destroys everything.
With the way season 2 is being set up, they are definitely making it so she has the potential to really fuck things up. So,
I gotta
we'll see what happens.
I might even say fuck the dub.
The sub is so good.
Interesting question to segue into something. What is everyone's favorite relationship between two characters? Doesn't necessarily have to be from a romance show, but just like overall favorite romantic relationship in anime. I'll start and say that I really love Kurisu, and I really like the Steins Gate relationship.
Yeah, that's a really
that's a good one.
I thought you were gonna say Kaoru and Shinji, but all right.
Misaka and Toma. the greatest relationship that will never be.
Oh god, I think that's the biggest point for any like for me, that for the thing that really sells me on the show, even more a romance anime, is character interaction. And I think that if you don't have character interaction, the show will not do as well as you can. Like, say something like Ano Natsu de Matru had a bucket load of just character interactions, a truckload of character interactions with everybody,
and really good character interactions that
so
furthered the plot.
The only thing that caught me off guard was the nudist thing.
Yeah,
it still didn't even bother me that much.
It was the thing is they didn't make a huge deal out of it. It was just a thing. It just happens that's a thing. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I like this girl. I'm gonna keep trying to get this girl. This girl has no interest in me. Damn it. But this girl has interest in me. But I want that girl, damn it. Oh god, I gotta think of somebody else. Go. This is hard.
Come on, Jack.
Oh man. Yeah, you really put the pressure on us.
I try.
I think I'm gonna go with Shinji and Shinji's hand from End of Edo.
In celebration.
OTP.
In celebration of the Evangelion 3.0 or 3.3 coming out, I'm gonna have to go with Kaoru and necklaces.
Oh my god, I was just gonna say Kaoru and Explosion. Are you going there? And you did, so.
Wow.
This is why we're friends.
Yeah. Gotta like choke collars. Anyways, oh god, this is gonna be a hard one. I'd probably say Elreka and Renton from Elreka 7. That's probably that's a good one to go with. That's a safe one to go with.
It is a safe one.
The two that pop in my head, one probably Kumiko and Reina from Sound Euphonium, only because that's really recent and it's on my mind. I don't know if I'd actually say that's the best, but definitely.
The one reason that I'm gonna watch Sound Euphonium, in all honesty.
Oh yeah.
In all honesty.
And as it should be.
Yeah.
But probably Nagisa and Tomoya from Clannad.
That was a good one.
Specifically After Story.
After Story, man.
I still haven't watched Clannad.
I've watched After Story so many times. Oh my god. And a lot of people say that they won't rewatch it because they don't want to put themselves through that suffering again. But that's why I keep rewatching it.
Clannad hurts, and it hurts in all the right ways. And since Random hasn't seen it, we won't spoil it or anything.
I haven't made it past episode 9.
Oh god!
Of which season?
It's on my computer. I'm gonna rewatch it with my girlfriend, so I don't really want.
Oh, okay.
I've been stuck.
Dakota, episode 9 of which season?
First one.
Oh.
Okay,
right
you still got a ways to go.
the
I'll say this, if you think I'll say this to anybody watching who wants to watch it. If the first season and first half of After Story is like starts to kind of bore you, because it does follow that sort of formulaic visual novel like arc by like each girl gets an arc type thing, like just trust me and stick with
yes.
it.
Just
Because
stick
the
with
second
it.
half of After Story
I got,
is completely worth it.
My big thing that I've been holding that off since like 2012. That's how long I've been putting that off.
I will definitely
I
agree with
own
Jack.
After Story and Clanad.
You own them,
I
and you
own
haven't watched
and
them?
I haven't watched them.
Dakota.
I own them too, but I've watched them.
You know what? Random. You own Steins Gate. You watch Steins Gate. I'll watch Clanad.
Well, it's on my short list of things to watch. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, but he needs to watch Clanad
No,
too.
but Clanad's going to be at least a few months.
You power through the first season of Clanad just for After Story. Like,
Pretty
you really
much,
do.
yeah. Like to me, like Clanad's first season like is pretty good. Like,
It's a typical slice of life thing.
like slice of life drama. I mean, if you've seen any other key adaptations, especially Kanon, it's a lot like Kanon. If anybody's seen Kanon,
I have not, but I hear that a lot.
I
hear
have
those
that
two
on
compared a
a
lot.
bootleg DVD from a friend from back in the day.
Shout out. Oh,
the
is that
first
from
season
Malaysia?
of Clanad and
No,
Kanon are
he
extremely
burned it
similar.
himself.
Oh my god.
That's how.
Throwback.
Yeah, that's how hardcore. How long I've been
Damn.
watching anime. I have
Man.
home burned DVDs.
Dude, do you remember those days?
that's
Do you remember the
legit.
days like, hey, I like that PS1 game you got. Can you burn that PlayStation game for me?
Making burning CDs for the car.
Oh yeah, burning CDs.
No,
Oh,
I
yeah.
swear to God, that
Those
was a thing.
you know, whenever you got a project at school, those floppy
Oh,
disks.
yeah.
Floppy disk that can end the world with anime plot.
I think this thing have like two megabytes of
Something like
data,
that. They're really small.
if that.
They could hold like 5
Yeah.
files of like Microsoft Word or some shit like that.
Wow.
Yeah,
No,
pretty much.
was that a thing? Was that just me where people were able to burn like PlayStation games, like classic PlayStation games?
I never tried.
I didn't get a console
so-
till the GameCube.
Yeah,
Damn.
GameCube was my first one.
I'm still rocking those Nintendo 64 days.
See, I never got one, but my brothers did. And then when they moved out, I got their Nintendo 64.
So we went over. We're getting on time here, and we've looked at Eureka 7. Well, we didn't go into detail about it. We went to Honor Natsu Dimatru or Waiting in the Summer, Sakura Trick Golden Time, Shirayuki, Ori Monogatari. We talked about Citrus, other vegetables for romance that really didn't intend to be romance at the beginning, I think, were A Silent Voice or Koi no Kanachi, the one about the death girl, and then Horimiya. So those two definitely check out.
For any fans of A Silent Voice, we like an hour ago before we started this recording, we apparently found out that Kyo Annie is planning a movie adaptation.
I know. I gotta look this
So
up.
Of A Silent Voice.
pumped.
I'm going to pretend I
Yeah,
didn't hear it.
I did not know that until like
I'm
today.
gonna do a fake episode reaction to it, or like a reaction to it. Pretend I didn't hear it.
Be careful. You might get copyright claimed on that.
Oh my god!
Sorry, that kind of makes us topical, but I'm not going to go
Can you
there.
imagine? Can you imagine just saying the words "A Silent Voice" by Kyoto Animations, otherwise known as Koi no Kanachi, copyright?
Well, that's
But I didn't
not
use
what
any-
I was referring to, actually. I was referring to the React bit.
Oh, they react bit.
Yes. Anyway, and let's not get topical.
Let's see.
Yeah, we were talking about Ori Monogatari, and one thing I wanted to mention, and I don't think anybody else here has seen this show, but if you liked Ori Monogatari, you should definitely watch Kimi ni Todoke, because if you liked the whole like aspect of like innocence and warm, happy feelings of Ori Monogatari, then you definitely.
I believe
like
the
this
English
show.
for that is His
Like-
and Her Circumstances.
No.
Yes.
Oh.
Right?
No, I think that's
No, it's a
correct.
That's
different
Karikano.
one, isn't it?
That's Karikano. Sorry.
Yeah.
I get those mixed up.
I'll look up the English for it, but yeah, no. Basically, it's like if you're a fan of Ori Monogatari, you should definitely watch Kimi ni Todoke.
Okay.
It's okay. English translation is
Oh,
from
okay,
me
it's
to
the other
you.
one. I get those two mixed up.
From me to you, you to me. Okay. A question to end on. We've talked about what a romance anime you like, but a question to end on. I'll end it here. What are some what do you want in a romance anime? What do you want them to do?
I think it kind of,
And
for
not
me,
do,
it goes
yeah.
back to what I was saying about White Album 2. Like, I like it when they have realism, when they deal with things that are actual, like, things that you have to deal with in a relationship, like, the drama the aspects of actual like physical relationship, physical intimacy, that kind of stuff. Like I like the realistic aspects in a good romance.
Yeah, definitely I agree with that. Another thing, I want it to end. Damn it. Like I actually want an ending.
Closure.
I want to be satisfied when it comes to
closure's
the
always
end.
great.
Yeah.
I don't really have
Just
anything
tell me
else
that
to
they
add.
ran off and got married and had a baby. Like, then I'm good.
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't have much to add. I want realism and to kind of depict what it's like to actually be in a relationship as opposed to the idealized kind of... I'd almost call it an elementary school version of a relationship that gets portrayed the most. And, yeah, that's just...
It's because it is.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It very much is like, oh... we're gonna meet behind the school building and we're gonna like go on a date, but the date is just like casually hand brushing, no kissing, like.
And then we're gonna get hardcore the next episode. We're gonna hold hands.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We're gonna end the whole show with like calling him by your first name.
Oh man. Ooh.
Which is the exact plots of Ori Monogatari.
Give me the vapors. Oh my.
I would
Make
say
me all
for
hot and bothered.
I would say for me, definitely the one thing I want in an anime, I want no love triangles, but if there has to be a love triangle, do it right and actually make, when the love triangle ends, actually make it a really good plot point to further the relationship of the two who made it together. I would say definitely closure is a big thing also. I don't want they lived happily ever after. What did they do? I don't know. What? Use your imagination. Leave it to the fan fictions. So,
and there's usually always a lot
I
of
do not want
fanfic.
the read the manga ending. I do not want it to end where you're forcing me to go find the source
Yeah,
material.
that's...
You guys know I can't read.
That's always obnoxious.
That's Orin High School Host Club right there, right?
Well,
There are shows that do it way worse than Oran, though.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of a good example.
So,
Baka and Test, if anybody's seen that,
yeah.
I'm pretty
I
sure if
watched
I
the
remember
first
correctly,
season.
that ended like completely, just ended. Yeah, and it even had 2 seasons too. That also had a love triangle that I didn't particularly like because the girl who seemed to be the loser was much better.
Yeah.
all right. So, my name's been Dakota Broski and this has been the Anime Association. My name's Dakota Broski from Dakota Broski Anime TV, and here with me today is Jack from Under the Scope.
Hey guys, I do anime reviews and analysis, and oh fuck, we didn't talk about Spicy.
we didn't talk about Spice and Wolf. We didn't talk about Aoihana.
We didn't talk about school days, guys. School days.
Oh my god,
Jesus
we're fucking
Christ.
up.
Oh
like,
shit, how did we not even mention
we
that?
planned this out beforehand and we can't even stick to it.
Boat
we're
X
so
head-
awful at podcasting.
Boat X head.
We didn't talk about Chunibyo.
Luz is going to get all this, and he's going to go to upload it, and he's going to go, oops, guys, I totally lost all of it. It got deleted. Corrupted files. Sorry, we have
Whoops.
to do it again.
Guys have to talk about Spice and Wolf this time, though.
We'll save Spice and Wolf for another day. Let's see. We have Allie from Allie the Brave.
Hey guys, I'm Allie from Allie the Brave. You can find me on Twitter at SoBraveAllie, and I'm sitting here hating on love triangles because I can't even get one person to be interested in me in real life. So, let alone
Speak
two.
the truth.
The real reason.
Forever salty.
Amen.
And we have Random Sama.
Hi guys, I'm Random Sama 613 of Anime Opinions. You can find my videos that are like 9 months old at this point or older at youtube.com/IHaveAnimeOpinions. You can also follow me on Twitter at RandomSama613. And I will continue to maybe actually watch some romance anime eventually. Yuri is life.
Yeah.
Yuri's life. And again, my name is Ben Dakota Borowski, and for my channel, you can look up at Dakota Borowski. And yeah, I do anything revolving anime, whether it's as long as it's funny or informative. So don't expect consistent content. And with that, I bid au revoir. And my name is Ben Dakota Borowski, and this is the Anime Association podcast. Take it easy.
Hey.
Hey.
Watch more
Hey.
anime.
Watch more.
Watch
anime.
more anime.
Watch more Yuri.
Watch more Yuri.
Amen.
Yes. Read more Yuri, everyone. Let's get some more like Yuri anime happening.
Yuri podcast.
Let's just name drop all the shows we didn't talk about that we wanted to talk about.
Aoihana, Chichikoi,
School days.
Spice and
Kawaiso.
Wolf,
Yeah.
Junibyo.
Spice and
What
Wolf.
about
I wanted to talk about Kawaiso. I wanted to talk about EF.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk
Tale
about
Memories.
EF or Kawaii, so we
Allie.
didn't talk about.
We didn't
We didn't talk about
We didn't have
Origa.
our
We didn't
library
spend too
war
much
talk.
time on Nozaki-kun either.
Yeah, we didn't have our library war talk.
Nah. Guys, we didn't talk about Maid
Romance
Sama.
Part 2, go.
To be continued.
Yeah, the OVA. To be continued.
We didn't even talk about, like, Say I Love You.
Oh, fuck. We fucked up. Lou, we're so sorry.